Coming up on Aging and Awesome.
It's one of the most accepted forms of discrimination. Ageism is rampant throughout our society. Joe and I sat down with the Sanford Center to explain what ageism is and how we can avoid being ageists ourselves. And what does it mean to age in place? We ask the expert for tips on how to streamline retirement in the comfort of your own home. Keeping up on expired food. Joe and her friend Jan are on the hunt for sour vittles, asking you, when was the last time you went through your cupboards?
Aging and Awesome begins right now.
You got me running wild, you make me feel alive. Ooh, make me wanna believe. Ooh, I feel your heart and soul, perfectly in control. Put up and count in your spell now. So lay it on me, child. You know you drive me wild. You got me feeling like, ooh, she make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alive.
Hello, welcome to Aging and Awesome. I'm Joe Della Ripa.
And I'm Kai Sisson. Thanks for tuning in.
We begin tonight with a serious topic, one that has affected me and many other seniors, ageism.
In a culture that overemphasizes the value of youth and beauty, our senior community is often left to the wayside and thought to be useless. But as we here at Aging and Awesome do each and every week, we show you that our seniors truly are, well, awesome. And age is only a number.
But what is ageism and how do we avoid it? Kai and I spoke at Lakeside Manor with Dr. Peter Reed. Have a look.
Joining Joe and I here at Lakeside Manor is Dr. Peter Reed. He's with the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine, Sanford Center for Aging. Dr. Reed, thanks so much for joining us today to talk about this really important subject of ageism and how it's really one of the more normalized prejudices in our society. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Yeah, ageism is particularly pernicious. I would say it's a form of discrimination, just like the many other forms of discrimination in our society, where people have a prejudice against someone else because of some personal characteristic. And in this case, it's their age. But I think unlike other forms of discrimination, ageism seems to be more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You can go into a CVS right now and find birthday cards, calling someone over the hill or making fun of them for turning 50, but you really can't find cards making fun of someone's race or sexual orientation or other aspects like
Absolutely.
that. Ageism is a big joke, but it has a lot of harmful effects on elders because it can function in the workplace where there's discrimination against older workers and also discrimination against older customers within a business as well. It can function in the community, in our families. It can function in the healthcare setting as well. So a lot of different things. The other element that I'd mention is that ageism does not just work in one direction. We typically think of the ageist jokes and attitudes and comments that get made about elders in our community.
Right.
But there's a lot of ageism for younger people as well. I teach at a university, and so there are a lot of stereotypes that go along with millennials, for example.
Lazy and dumb.
Lazy and self-interested.
That's
and the thing is, none of that is true. I work with lots of wonderful young people all the time, but they are being affected by ageism, which is basically just discriminating against another group of people because of their age.
Yeah.
Can I mention one other thing,
go
which
ahead.
is a crazy component to this, which is that if someone is practicing ageism, if they're discriminating against someone else because of being an older adult, then in reality they're embracing attitudes that are ultimately going to discriminate against their own future self.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That is an amazing revelation, that when you discriminate against someone of an older age and you're younger, that's you.
That's right.
You're doing it. That is incredible. So Joe, tell me about a time when someone assumed because of your age you couldn't do something or didn't want to do something.
Well, I was in New Zealand and there was a bridge where they were bungee jumping and I realized that I was able to do it, and everyone thought, well, you're not going to do that, are you? I know at your age, and I said, yes, I think I will. I've never done it before. I will, and I did.
That's cool. And you went head first, right?
Yeah, it was a little scary for 1 second because you don't jump.
Oh,
You
dive.
do not jump, you dive.
Yeah.
And that's what the part that I was a little surprised. I was going to jump. I thought, jump. No, you dive. And that diving off into in midair
Yeah.
is a little, 1 second of it was,
And I think it's important.
but it was over fast.
Yeah, it's over fast. And important to add, Dr. Reed, about how it's defying those expectations. Doing something like that, if you're able, you know, and it can be smaller ways, it doesn't have to be bungee jumping, but defying ageism is about sometimes going above and beyond.
That's right. I mean, people make assumptions about what people can and cannot do, what they are able to do. And people are able to do all kinds of different things at every age, right? And there are people who are unable to do all kinds of things at every age. And so for Jo to go bungee jumping at 80 when her whole group was like, no, don't do this, it's crazy. But I think, Jo, you shared earlier with us that the bungee jumping organization actually had a free
It was free.
jump for people of a certain
over
age.
65.
Yeah.
And I saw that in my Italian heritage, that I could do that for nothing. They cost $400. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
So
And I
they
said-
recognized, the company recognized
That's true.
people at any age can do it.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
didn't think too many people were going to do that. Would get you up there, and then they'd say, well, it costs, what, $400? But I said, what's the worst thing that could happen to me? I said to myself, I guess I could die, but then I won't have to worry anymore.
That's right.
That's my philosophy. So I don't know about other people,
Yeah.
but I
Very
know
good.
my philosophy. I have a lot of courage,
Good.
and I have a lot of energy,
Yes.
and so I'm not afraid. And I think having experience is what makes life interesting.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Reed, for joining us today.
My
For more
pleasure.
information on the Sanford Center for Aging, you can head to our website, agingandawesome.com.
Coming up on Aging and Awesome, many seniors don't want to leave their home as they get older. We'll show you some ways to age in place.
And Senior Care Plus wants to help you navigate the overwhelming world of Medicare. Don't you go nowhere. Aging and Awesome. We'll be right back.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by The Continuum. They provide rehabilitation therapies and wellness programs, including an adult day club. Call The Continuum at 829-4700 for more info.
At Senior Care Plus, we're more than just a Medicare Advantage plan. We're your local experts in helping you understand the facts about Medicare so you can make the best decision for your health. Confused about Medicare? Then you'll want to attend our educational seminar on the ABCs of Medicare. This is not a sales meeting. It is a free seminar where you'll learn about all of your Medicare options so you can make the right choice. ABCs of Medicare. Reserve your seat today. Call or visit seniorcareplus.com.
At Caring Transitions, we often hear people say they wish they had heard of us years earlier. Relocating and downsizing can be stressful and overwhelming. As the nation's largest professional resource for household liquidation, we offer a total solution to handle every aspect of your move. Maybe you're looking to have an estate sale, downsize to a smaller home, or simply reduce years of clutter. Our experts can help. Contact Caring Transitions. We can help make life easier for your family.
There are a lot of seniors in northern Nevada.
In Washoe and Douglas counties, seniors make up the fastest growing age group.
Carson City, too.
All of us at Aging and Awesome want to inform, enlighten, and inspire our senior communities and their families.
Everyone is getting older, and that's for sure.
So, if you and your business want to be a part of this positive
And fun.
brand of being Aging and Awesome, we are looking for partners to come on this journey with us.
Head to our website, agingandawesome.com, to learn more about partnership opportunities.
Someone you love needs a little help with the ins and outs of day-to-day living. A friendly companion right at their door. A personal touch, now that's caregiving. Call on us at Lend a Hand. We're locally owned, a family business. Lend a hand, lend a hand. Our caregivers make the difference.
Welcome back. Downsizing is something that can be challenging for us seniors, but it can also bring such relief if you just do it.
There's a term, aging in place, and it means staying in your home for as long as you can, and with that means it's important to let go of some extra stuff. Here are some tips from Caring Transitions. Wow, those are some pretty nice, clean houses. Joining us here is Brad Connie. He's the owner of Caring Transitions. Brad, aging in place. So many people want to stay in their homes as long as possible. I want to ask you, what do you see in the community that prevents people from aging in place?
Mostly, believe it or not, it's personal. It's that hill that they have to climb. You know, people are frightened to make that change. There's so much stuff they have. You know, the movie that we saw, you know, I wish my house were like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, mine's not. But we have so many things and nooks and crannies, and they all weigh on us too. We find that it's a real freeing experience. So I'm a big advocate of people staying in their house as long as they can. And if you remove the area rugs and open up the space, it becomes a lot safer too.
And there's something about giving the person the decision to...
Absolutely. The senior needs to, I mean, a lot of times the children will call us and I tell them, well, I need to speak to dad or mom. It's usually mom. So yeah, it's an important aspect of it, communications. I mean, it's a big decision. A lot of times people lived in their home for, 40 years, raised their kids there. There's a lot of things there, but those become, as people leave and people pass, they become kind of ghosts. So sometimes it is healthy to make that transition, but it's important to do it on the seniors' timing, not ours. Right. It's important.
I find that with the friends of mine that their children are trying to tell them, push them, and when that happens, they rebel immediately. So there's a way to do this without having them feel that you're pushing them and taking advantage.
It's important to know that your things are taken care of too, and our people put aside the personal things and ask the family. The worst case would be throwing away a family photo. We go through very carefully, and we're trying to do that. So that's important.
You're wonderful, Brad. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Again, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you very much.
For more information on Caring Transitions, you can head to our website, agingandawesome.com. We got more show, Joe, still to come.
All right, let's do it.
Coming up on Aging and Awesome.
Will we have another winner in Kai's cab? Oh boy, I hope so. We're going for a spin next.
And Senior Care Plus wants to help you navigate the overwhelming world of Medicare.
And we head to the kitchen where Joe and her friend Jan are showing ways to keep your pantry from going rotten. Don't you go nowhere. Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Lakeside Manor. Living at Lakeside Manor means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living, no home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP Nevada. Creating real possibilities.
Hi, I'm Laura. My grandkids love to come hiking with us, and now I don't miss a moment with them, thanks to Miracle Ear. When I went in for my free hearing evaluation, my hearing specialist did tests to find out if I even had hearing loss. It turns out I did, and I'm not alone.
Visit one of our Northern Nevada locations in Reno, Sparks, and Carson City. 775-331-2500.
Someone you love needs a little help with the ins and outs of day-to-day living. A friendly companion right at their door. A personal touch, now that's caregiving. Call on us at Lend a Hand. We're locally owned, a family business. Lend a hand, lend a hand. Our caregivers make the difference.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
Off and away we go from Morning Star in Kai's cab. We have another great contestant this week. Sir, who is in my cab?
Yeah,
What's your name?
John.
Oh, John. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, thanks for playing Kai's cab. You know what we do in this here vehicle?
Yeah.
And what that means is I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you get 3 out of 4 right, you are the winner of Kai's cab for a fabulous prize. We play some trivia. You ready for some questions?
We'll try them, yeah.
Are you a big board game player? You like board games?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, I got a board game question for you. It's your first question on Kai's cab.
Yeah.
It'll be a winner chicken dinner. Your first question. John, in the game of Monopoly, how much money do you get every time you pass go?
$200.
I was gonna give you options, but that's correct. $200. So you do play board games.
Off and on.
Off and on. You're busy over there at Morningstar. You're doing all sorts of stuff, right?
Yes.
Board games is one of the many things you do.
Yeah.
Good, John. All right, your first question, you're right. So here's your second question. In the southwestern United States of America, what is the name of the dead, dried plants that blow across the street? It's not just the southwestern United States, it's also right here in Reno. What are those called? Is it A, bush babies, B, cactus weeds, C, tumbleweeds, D, desert brooms?
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed! Hey, how are ya? John's a smart cookie in Kai's cab.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he says. Okay. Looks like kids just got out of school. No kids there at Morningstar, right?
No.
Seniors only.
Oh, yes.
Pretty quiet, I hope.
Old seniors.
How old are you?
94.
You're kidding.
No,
Liars are not allowed in Kai's cab.
I'm not lying.
94, you look great.
Feel great, too.
You're aging and awesome. And you have, I lost count, what? 2 out of 2 questions correct. Okay, so you got to get this third one right and you're a winner. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, your third and final question, if you get it right. But if you get it wrong, you got one more chance. Here you go. Question number 3, how many teeth are in the human mouth? Is it A, 30, B, 32, C, 8? I hope there's not 8 teeth in anybody's
That depends
mouth.
on your age.
Depends on how old you are, he says.
But 32 is the grown-up one.
Or D, 45. What's your answer, Smarty Pants?
What was the last one?
45.
I think it's 32.
You are correct, John. The winner of Kai's cab today, the smartest guy at Morningstar. Thanks for playing, John.
It was my pleasure.
8 teeth. That's awesome.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Lend a Hand in Home Care and Transportation, compassion-driven quality care in Northern Nevada for 26 years. Call Lend a Hand today for personal care, light housekeeping, meal preparation, and more. Lend a Hand, where our caregivers make the difference.
And I'd like you all to meet my really good friend, Jan, and she's just a little thing. That's all. We met at the Reno Rodeo, which we were both volunteering, and Jan used to live in Washoe, and she had 2 mini horses that she showed in parades, and then she had a horse that she could ride. And anyway, she recently moved into the city, into a luxurious, brand new complex that has everything. So we were talking about food and saying how people get rid of things, but they don't get rid of their food. Especially if it's frozen, because they figure that if it's frozen, it lasts forever, and it doesn't. When Jan left Washoe Valley, she came into the city, she started to organize, and she went through her food, which is what you do when you move, and keep track of it better, which is what she's doing now. She has a great way of keeping track, and she'll tell you about it.
come into my kitchen, and my freezer is kind of well organized. I make sure that the dates of the food that I just got are in the back. Like my hot dogs here, I just got those the other day, and they're in the back, and I move the other food to the front. So everything, I try to date it when I get it, and then I know that I need to use it. It's lucky that spices do stay well. Yeah, they stay pretty good, and you know, if you get one that just didn't taste right, well, toss it. Keep your spyglass handy.
There you go.
So you can see the dates. If you see canned goods that are bulging, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Look in your cupboard and say, you know, how long have I had that? It is very important to do this because if you eat something old, you could get really sick. So, you know, pay attention. If you don't have anything to do, go look in your cupboards and say, oh my, I think I've had that. It's old enough to vote. You need to pay attention, look in your cupboards, look in your freezer, look in your fridge, and get your food straightened out.
Jan, you are really good at this, and I think many people can learn an awful lot by checking this out. And I'm sure that they're going to be healthier, and they're going to feel better, and actually they're not going to waste anything, because if it isn't good, then just get rid of it.
Yep.
You're not going to really waste it if it's not good. So there. Now let's go and eat.
Hey, we're here in South Reno at the Senior Care Plus headquarters, where once or twice a month, folks from all over Northern Nevada come here and learn about Medicare at their ABCs of Medicare seminar. Free and informational, and inside right now there's a full room of people hanging out, learning about Medicare, and as they come out, we're going to see if they learned anything. What does Medicare Part A cover?
It covers hospitals, doctors.
If you want to sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, when can you do that?
Within 3 months of my birthday.
Did you hear him say that if you are stuck in Winnemucca and need to be careful?
Oh, yes.
Okay, what was it, $13,000?
Yeah.
Medicare Part B, what is it?
It's for drugs and things like that.
Nope, outpatient and preventative services.
Yeah.
What are some things Medicare does not cover?
Medicare doesn't cover anything like heart surgery.
Good, so you came, and what was the most surprising thing you learned?
The specific coverages.
You came, spent an hour here, free informational seminar. What would you say to someone at home that's thinking about coming?
Well, I think any little information you gather is good.
The biggest thing that concerned me was if you don't get the right one, it could have a long-term impact.
It just came down to, I better get going. I'm 3 months from my birthday.
I like when he showed the chart about all the things that somebody's gonna tell him.
Started a little earlier, and these classes are great.
All right, now we got the Mr. Miyagi of Medicare, Mr. Chris Gourlay. Now you have this once or twice a month, Senior Care Plus, ABCs of Medicare. What's the biggest concern people come in with?
The biggest concern is they don't know anything. But what they do know is that everything is going to be covered by Medicare. Mm-hmm. And that's the part they find out, is that what we talk about is what Medicare is. We also talk about what Medicare isn't. So people are surprised sometimes to find there's co-payments, there's co-insurance, there's deductibles, and they walk away suddenly finding out, I need to do something about this. They also don't know that there's very specific time frames where they can enroll in Medicare Part D, Part C, these various things. They think they can just do it anytime they want to. So from that standpoint, it's wonderful. Even if they don't end up coming back to us, they leave here with the information and the knowledge that they're not going to be stuck later on down the road. So it's a good public service that we do, and I just enjoy doing them.
Wasn't that fun? Medicare is fun, I swear. For the full list of dates for the ABCs of Medicare Senior Care Plus, you can head to our website, www.agingandawesome.com. I'll see you at the next ABCs of Medicare. Well, that's our show.
Our challenge for you this week, send us your ideas. How do you stay aging and awesome? Shoot us an email at agingandawesome @gmail.com.
We'll see you right back here next week, 7 o'clock on 2 News. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And don't forget to visit our website, agingandawesome.com.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
1, 2, 3.
Listen.
Next week on Aging and Awesome, March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Senior Care Plus is your wellness partner and has important information for you to stay aging and awesome. Who knew 99 could be so sublime? Our Senior Spotlight next weekend has a harrowing story from the banks of Pearl Harbor and shows us their serenity in almost a century. And Manja! Joe and Chef Alex at Morningstar Senior Living have some good eats to share with you next Saturday on Aging and Awesome.
Jolly good show.
There are a lot of seniors in northern Nevada.
In Washoe and Douglas counties, seniors make up the fastest growing age group.
Carson City, too.
All of us at Aging and Awesome want to inform, enlighten, and inspire our senior communities and their families.
Everyone is getting older, and that's for sure.
So, if you and your business want to be a part of this positive
and fun
brand of being Aging and Awesome, we are looking for partners to come on this journey with us.
Head to our website, agingandawesome.com, to learn more about partnership opportunities.